Welcome to Small Town Bonsai and Bonsai Therapy. Today, I'm going to do something a little different. A couple of weeks ago, we had, actually about a month ago, we had the Bonsai Club meeting right here at Small Town Bonsai. And Steven, one of the club members, he was doing the presentation that day, and he was talking about a little project in which he wanted to challenge club members to start working on a small juniper, and we're gonna work for that juniper for about 6 years, with the intentions of coming up with a Shohin bonsai that would be ready for display, for show in 6 years, basically. So, and the idea is that a lot of us members of the club are not necessarily very, very young. So we don't have 30, 40 years to work on a tree to make it show or display worthy. But if we start working with a specific plant for about 6 years, we should have something that would be nice enough to take to a show. So I'm going to say, Steve, I'm up for the challenge. I love your idea. I think it's great. And if any member of the Tallahassee Bonsai Club, Tallahassee Bonsai Society is actually watching this video, feel free to join. I talked to Steve. He loves the idea of having more people. It's not a competition. It's not about who's going to make a better bonsai. It's about cooperating and helping each other. So down the line in 6 years, everybody has at least one display worthy or show worthy bonsai. Love the idea. So count me in. I'm going to work on that. And today, one of the things I'm going to do is show you what I'm going to work on during those 6 years. So please come on, go ahead and join us. If you're not a member of the Tallahassee Bonsai Society and you still want to participate and do something like this, feel free to let us know. We can probably communicate through video, and I'll work with you, and we'll show this in my YouTube channel. How about that? All right. So in the meantime, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing the progress of my tree. If any member of the Bonsai Club wants to keep a video record of what they're doing, next time we are at the meeting, if you want to show what you're working with, let me know. We're going to go ahead and record it, put it on YouTube, and you'll have at least a video recording of what you're working on and how the progress is going. Because 6 years from now, if you're looking at your tree every day, you're not going to see a big difference. But if you see a video that it's from 6 years ago and you see your tree 6 years later, you're going to see a big difference. So, all right. Okay, so the idea that Steven was proposing was to work on junipers. So this is a juniper that I have from my own nursery. So basically what I'm going to do, I have 3 junipers here that I want to look at and see which one I'm going to use for the for this little project. So what I'm going to do today, I don't want to take a lot of foliage at all because these trees are getting ready for winter. I just want to clean it enough to see what's in here and see if this is the one I want to use to try to develop, or if not. And I'm going to be showing you, at least telling you why I decided what I decided, and we'll see from there. So right now, I'll just clean a little bit to see the trunk. I hope you can see it well from there. As you can see, it has a nice movement in this direction. Has plenty of foliage to work with. These branches are pointing down. I don't think I need them. I'm going to be taking those out. It has a couple branches right here at the lower part of the tree. You see right there. I probably don't need that neither. I'm not going to need that. I'm going to leave it there for now to see if it helps the bottom of the plant to get thicker. But other than that, I don't need it right there. Eventually it's gonna go away. And so this is a fairly nice tree. I would have a first branch, some to work with. Now this as a second branch would be a little too thick. It's way thicker than the first branch right there. So we'll see. I'm looking at the future. When you're thinking about what tree you want to pick, you're not looking at the tree as it looks right now, but you're looking at the tree as what it can be in 6 years, what you're trying to develop in 6 years. So here's a possibility. There's a lot of stuff that we can work with. We have this branch right here that is very movable. We have this little branches right here. Some of the younger branches are probably going to be the best ones to work with. And some of these older branches may end up being gins later on. But right now, if you look at the other side, so the energy of the tree is going in that direction. So probably the front would be right there. I'm going to put that one there. Let me see what else we have here. Here's another one that came from the shimpakus that I have right there in the back in my nursery. Clean up some of this little old branches right here. Oops. And don't be afraid of oops happen all the time. You just gotta work with that. Try to minimize the oops, but oops are gonna happen. You just work with that. So when looking at this little tree, I see this branch like a first, second, a lot of movement right there. This would make a nice little gin. And then I could work with this smaller branches to create pads.
Into the cat.
And then we have this, which would probably end up being a sacrificial branch. So I look at the other side, it already has some interesting things going on. So I have worked with these plants before. When I planted them, they were very young. These are probably about 4 years old. When they were about a year old or so, I wired them a little bit, gave them a little bit of shape. And that's why you see all this movement already in these plants. But we're looking at not at what the plant has right now, but at what the plant can become in about 6 years. That's the plan. So let me put that one there. Right there. Now there's one more that I wanted to look at. I mean, if I'm going to be looking at these trees, I have probably over 100 junipers in the back over there in the nursery. So if I'm going to start looking one by one, I'm going to be trying to decide for weeks. We don't have that kind of time. So I just picked up 3 of them. And I said, well, let's make a decision with this 3. And one of them is going to become the tree that I'm going to work on for this project with the club. I think it's fun. I think the project with the club it's a really neat idea for people to join in and work together. And at the meeting, we'll have to figure out a time for all of those that have decided to participate. We need to decide to have a couple minutes to talk about what's going on with our trees, bring them to the club meeting, show them, get ideas from other people, and help each other. So this one has a lot of movement. This branch right here, this is going in that direction. Wow. Yeah. There's a lot of little branches that can help me come up with something. So this is a big piece of an ugly weed that developed there, and we cut it. And now when I transplant that all has to go. So you see, so with some like this is that we're going to start working on. And of course, if for some reason the Shimpago juniper turns into a copper juniper, that means that we're not going to... That's Dylan, the bonsai dog, and he heard other dogs barking, so he feels like he has to bark also. So now we just have to decide which one I'm going to use. And the advantage of this, according to Steve, is that the point, since it's not a competition, it's a cooperation. Let's say this turns into a bronze juniper instead of a Shimpago juniper, then that means that I'm out of the cooperation of the cooperation team. No, not necessarily. At that point, I can simply decide, well, let me use a substitute and keep trying it. Because with bonsai, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you lose a tree, something that you thought was going to work doesn't. So at that point in time, you do what is the right thing to do, which is try again. So I'm going to have some other substitute. So I think in this case, because of what I'm seeing with these 3 trees, I actually think I want to work specifically with this one right here. So this one here in the middle is going to be the one I'm going to work with. And this is going to turn into a nice Shohin bonsai in 6 years. And we're going to be documenting that process and see how that goes. All right. I hope you like this series. It's going to be kind of like a series. Every so often, I'm going to be talking about this. I'm going to try to include other people that are in the group. If you want to join us, please feel free to join us. And let's bonsai together. This is what it's about. It's about learning. It's about learning from the trees. It's about using this stuff in our lives, improving. And as the tree improves and the tree gets better, we improve and we get better. That's the whole point of this. All right. So please join us. Join us. All right. We'll see you next time. And remember always that a tree with strong roots can withstand even the most violent storms. I'll see you in the next one.